All right, I'm going live. I got to get my. How's everyone doing today? Hello, 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 all. It's a beautiful day. Can you guys hear Kiltz? All right, I think I'm in. Just went live, had a little bit of challenges. Hello, Angela Mullins, great. Lance, how you doing? All right, hold on for Kiltz. Andrea, how are you? I put in a link if anyone wants to come on with Kiltz. I'm here, excited to have conversation with my brothers and sisters. And Rick, how you doing? You guys see the link there to get in with Kiltz? I think I got it. I'm with Kiltz. One more second. All right, now, okay, I got Mitch.
Got Mitch.
I got Mitch. Got Kiltz. And I went on and it was supposedly created for me, but I think I got to come over here. But ultimately, it wasn't. And so I had to fix it. I thought, it looks like it's all set. So I got to work with my team a little bit. You got to Kiltz, just press the button and go live. All right, wait a minute. We got, oh my God.
The gang's all here.
And one other special person. We have many special people today. Our good friend Angela Mullins. How you doing, Angela?
Hey, I figured I'd stop in for a few minutes at least. I'm usually driving to church right now, but my granddaughter's having a birthday party. I would be late if I went to church. So I just figured I'd hang out for a few minutes with y'all.
Oh, well, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I'm in church today. I was doing my readings and my yoga tai chi, just hanging out by the water. I'm very blessed in so many ways. I haven't had my cigar yet, Mitch. I was waiting just a little. Like I have to be outside, and I'm not. So.
Well, I'm outside for both of us. I'm usually inside watching everybody else enjoy themselves. So today I thought I'd sit outside wearing a KMT hat. You see? Look at that.
I love it. I don't know where my KMT hat is here somewhere. Rick, how are you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. Had to get up this morning and replace a couple of trailer tires, and then I was outside. A friend of mine dropped off a bunch of leftover roofing papers, so I might be able to gather enough to patch part of my roof, which would be awesome.
Awesome. And Angela, where are you at in this world today? And how's that little?
I'm in Virginia today. That's where I normally am, unless I'm at my daughter's in Florida.
Very cool. And questions, comments, concerns. I was talking to a carnivore friend this morning, and he met a gal, a young gal, and she's a vegan. And is it prohibitive for a carnivore to date a vegan? Are we restricting our options in life? And isn't it the yin and the yang of life that we should look at? Rick, what's your thoughts on we should be open to all peoples of the world?
Well, you know me. I grow fruits and vegetables, and I give them away to my friends, and I don't feel guilty about it. It's not like I'm trying to poison them. If somebody's doing good on eating fruits and vegetables, why not? If they like it and it's not harming them, it's not harming me. So why would I have anything against it?
Our master philosopher, Professor Mitch, old guy carnivore, do you have any comments?
You have to put it there.
Oh, Alia's in.
Oh my God.
Did you hear my comments?
No.
Oh, all right. We just got to make sure we create the live stream for this.
Oh, okay. I will.
So I can just press a button because I showed up at 10 and it was like press a button. I was like, oh, you guys are amazing. And then we got next week. Don't we have music coming and intro and all that stuff?
Yeah, all that stuff. It's coming right up.
Because Mitch is like, he's taking over the world, and I got some.
All right. Well, we just want to say happy Sunday. See you
Happy
tomorrow.
Sunday to everybody. Happy Sunday.
Oh man.
So
Well, that was nice.
Oh yeah, Ollie and her family is amazing for sure. Kids and husband and we're all here as family, and that's one of the most important things that I really love about this. But we have had a raw vegan on this show last week, so I think that opens us up for everyone. Mitch, do you have any thoughts?
Well, yeah, I do. I happen to know one of my viewers has become a friend of mine, Jonathan, has a channel called Bags Packed Family, and they travel all over Indonesia with their 3 kids. He's a carnivore, she's a vegan, and they managed to be married, and it does cause a little friction, but not much. Usually it's where are we going to eat, but the question you asked was, can a vegan and a carnivore get along? And yes and no.
Well,
Depends on the carnivore and depends on the vegan. If the vegan is a militant animal rights activist, protester, then no. I could not get along with somebody like that because they would basically disapprove of my lifestyle. If I was, say, with a vegan or a vegetarian, my sister's a vegetarian that doesn't disapprove, that supports my lifestyle too, that doesn't try to shame me every time I ate a steak. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Well, I guess 2 carnivores may not get along.
Yeah, exactly. How many people have, how many staunch conservatives are married to staunch liberals? There's always going to be something.
Right. And so I think, again, the complete opposites. Angela, do you have any comments or thoughts?
Well, it's like Mitch said, it depends on the personality, but they say opposites attract, right?
Yeah.
Positives, negatives. That's how things come together, right?
Except for my last husband, my son said the reason we got along so good is because I finally found somebody more hard-headed than me.
We all, it's our nature to be these polar pieces. I haven't seen the picture yet from Ollie on that. That was a good one. Oh, wait a minute. We got our other famous Naslo tribal member. We're gonna a tribal member, and really this is a tribe. That's the beauty of it, right? We're all and again, it's nature of opposites to not get along, but they get along just enough to reproduce.
Cheers, Mitch.
Gary, good morning to you, my friend. Pretty soon, Kiltz are going to be outnumbered by the cigar smokers. We need to get Rick. Involved.
That might be a tough one. He does grow plants.
Yeah.
We I guess you could chew it, smoke it.
Yeah.
Well, it's bad for you.
Yeah, it's bad for me.
Again, but there are a lot of other things that are bad, maybe worse.
Well, I don't know if it's bad for me, but I do have a saying, and I've said it many times. It's if you're going to deal with plants, it's better to smoke them than to eat them.
Or use them to cook your food.
Yeah.
A little seasoning for sure. I don't. I don't think it's easy to live with anyone all the time. Love living alone. That is the truth.
Got that right.
You know, it's sort
Yes, sir.
maybe the problem is we thought we're all supposed to live in the same cave. But that's why men like to hunt and camp, isn't it?
We had a long conversation about that yesterday, but we're not going to get into all of that live here in front of everybody. I guarantee you.
Well. Let's see. What is Bride's Biscuit? Focus on life. Everything else is noise. Once you have perspective, perspective is a gift. Then true healing can happen. I agree with that. My father, I think my mother bought my father a camper, which basically was parked in the back of the house. And my father loved to hang out in his camper. He'd get on the road sometimes and he'd go camping and stuff like that. But he loved it. But the beauty is we're not alone, are we? And you know, what are others finding in ways to build a community and a tribe and relationships? I was on with Mitch and Rick and Gary and oh my God, Kelly, Broken,
yeah, and CB Carmack was there,
and so wherever you're at in this world, it's a click of alive, whatever, whether you're in the vegan world or the carnivore world or camping world or homestead how world, right? Are there any communities on cigars?
Oh, there's got to be a lot of them. I don't follow them though. I'm busy enough with this community.
Right.
But we got a lot of cigars. We have more and more men, and even maybe a few ladies that, and I don't, I have mixed feelings about that. I don't want to corrupt anybody or give anybody bad habits. But on the other hand, we drink coffee. I drink coffee. I smoke cigars. I happen to have my own opinions on them. And I think for me, with the relaxation I get from cigars and the fact that you don't inhale a cigar, you just puff on it, that the downside risks, health risks of that are far outweighed by the relaxation and stress that you get rid of when you're sitting around. And I think most cigar smokers realize that. It's a personal choice. But I get condemned about it, and nothing I can do. Everybody's opinionated, that's for sure.
What exactly is a bad habit?
Exactly.
We're condemnation versus someone's simple opinions of life that we can accept and love. That is really nice for you, but I think as we know that. What are the odds that we're going to live to 200 years?
Slim.
And ultimately, we're born to die, and when and how we die seems to me, none of us can predict it or know it. Do we?
Mitch,
No.
a bad
you're
habit would be when you ran out of cigars, right?
Say that again?
That would be a bad habit if you ran out of cigars.
Yeah, then it would be bad. Well, the difference is, are you judgmental or not? I can find carnivores that are way too judgmental. And we all hear it all the time. You did what? Well, then you're not a real carnivore. How many times have we heard that or seen it in a comment or a chat? Well, that's just as bad. Don't be judgmental. If somebody wants to do something, as long as it doesn't affect you personally, let them do it. Who cares? That you want them to let you do it. I know I want people to love me or leave me. You know, if you can't stand my cigars, you think I'm some kind of criminal because I smoke cigars. You have a choice. And that choice, like I always say, is to go somewhere else. And I think most of us feel that way.
Welcome to the Old Guy Carnivore Show, by the way. And because it's sort of like the old Johnny Carson show. And, great guests and lots of opinions. Oh, by the way, I must state all of this content is not the opinion of the producer of this show, but those individuals who are commenting about their vast opinions in life. And let's see. Skipping church today as I'm having to replace a 40-gallon gas water heater home. Yeah, super tunes. Love it. And
that's Chuck from Clearwater, and I can't read the comments on this little cell phone of mine. I can about see the picture. So,
yeah. So we're Angela. You doing your workout? You getting out in nature today? And is that it?
Well, I brought Ted outside. He gave me his little look that I want to go outside. He's not much of an exercise boy himself. He likes to come out here and just sit in the yard. So I put my phone on my car and I'm just standing here enjoying the sun. I mean, it's not too cold today. It's probably 50 right now. It's supposed to get up to 84 today here. I'm surprised at that.
Nice.
So I thought about riding my bike to my daughter's birthday party, but then also need to get gas for the lawnmower so I can finish cutting the grass I started yesterday. So I'm kind of torn. It's warm enough to ride my bike, but other things I got to do. So
I know about bikes.
It's warmed up in Sarasota, and I think it looks like it's just going to continue this way. And I'm getting out on my bike today, and it's always great to come on. And again, questions on carnivore, ketovore. We even have vegan knowledge now, since we have a raw vegan on our show. And
we learned a lot there.
It was good. We got Terry from Newfoundland. Let's see, all by myself, aren't we? We are all by ourselves. And Thomas, thanks for being here. CB, Target, a red rotary dial phone.
I have one.
Of course.
I had a wall-mounted phone in my closet when I was about 12, and somehow when the phone guy came over one day to do some line stuff, he found it and he took it. But I had another one. I hooked it back up and I was good to go. And but that was a blast to be able to do those things ourselves. And, that's what you're. I mean, Rick, are you self-sufficient in so many ways? And is it possible for any and all of us to do the work around the house, to air conditioners, cars, all this stuff? Is it something that we have to be some special person?
Well, they make all kinds of government regulations, but in terms of physical ability, if you can move around and you can do basic things, you can learn how to do a lot of these things yourself. I've taught my friends how to do things themselves, and even when they don't want to do it, I explain to them how it works so they can know whether it's something they can take care of or they need somebody else to help them with it. I think a lot of times people choose not to get the knowledge. They would rather have somebody else do it so they can think about whatever else they want to do. But in my case, I like knowing how things work because it keeps me interested. If I don't know how something works, I really don't want it around.
CB, how you doing today?
I'm good. I had to come on because that picture I was referring to was you holding this book up.
Oh.
you should have had this one holding it up for that guy.
Well, we do love vegans
Yeah.
because they're mostly cows.
That's true. Yes.
And so we have immense love of vegans, of all animals, and I mean, we're just another animal, and that's the beauty of it.
I
Thomas,
had
Gary Reed.
a little warning to the vegans when they start trashing carnivores and talking about getting rid of all the cows and don't eat meat. I said to them, be very careful, my friends, because when the time comes when we carnivores can't find any meat, keep in mind that we eat vegans.
Yeah.
Long pig.
yeah, that I mean, let's see, Soylent Green, and I think the new movie I with the new movie that it's basically the mission is people for food.
Yeah. Well, that
What is the
Soylent Green
secret?
that Soylent Green was quite a movie. I remember that the first time I saw it. It was very shocking back then. I was young
Was that
man.
What is the secret of Soylent Green?
Yeah, what's the new? I think it's on Apple. The new movie on Apple about a similar topic. And
I haven't seen that.
yeah, I can't
Don't
remember.
have Apple.
Yes,
How do you watch movie in an Apple?
it's well again. Plants are the producers of all knowledge, right? I mean, ultimately, glucose. Mitch and I were talking about this yesterday, and I wrote my paper on post-translational modification and glycosylation. That's coming. I'll send it your way. So sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide in the air makes glucose. The first molecule created by cyanobacteria, really. I guess who made cyanobacteria? You always got to go back, but we know oxygen life forms more than anything. But eventually, here we are, all made from sugar. And Mitch, do you want to teach us anything about post-translational modification, or should we wait for another day?
Let's wait for another day.
He gave us a lecture.
I like the big words. I love all the big words.
He
And
gave us a lecture the other day.
I talked a little bit about it the other day because you used the word on your live stream, and I got a big kick out of that. And I brought it up on my morning live stream, kind of making fun of you. I hope you don't mind. I bust on people that I love. You got to know that. And I was busting on you a little bit. I said, Kiltz keeps using these big words like post-translational modification, then nobody knows what the hell he's talking about. So I said, let me try to explain what he's talking about to the best that I understand it. And I started to give people a little explanation of it. I'm just helping you out, man. I'm here to help you.
Damn, Mitch, you
Kiltz
never
is a
bust on me. You must not
scientismist.
love me.
What's that?
You're a scientismist, right?
Scientism is. I'm having a science. I tell people I'm having a scientism right now. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's science, sugar-centric, and scientism. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I'm a scientism doctor, by the way.
God. It's so screwed up out there. All the messaging and the narratives and the ideas that people put forth as truth. It's very confusing, and there's more and more of it. And Rob, when we talk together, we what's the main thing we say to reinforce each other is, at its heart, it's all simple. It's really boils down to a few basic things, and carnivore has got to be the simplest thing that anybody could do, and we complicate the hell out of it with all these videos that people make.
It's actually cheapest too.
It's incredible. I am, as we speak, and I don't mean to make you all envious. I have 2 pounds of Wright's thick cut hickory smoked bacon in my dehydrator right now. And it will be done at about 1 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock, I'm going to make myself 4 chaffles. And I'm going to make 2 very, very huge dehydrated bacon sandwiches. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to it.
Kiltz is running to go dehydrate some bacon real quick.
Yeah, man, that stuff is so good. That is so good. I'm so happy I got that little dehydrator. Terrific.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, if something happens to that one or whatever, just remember I told you about Ollie's. Ollie's has got a 6-tray electric front loading dehydrator for it's like $79. I'm actually going to go get one here pretty soon, even though I got a dehydrator already. But next time I go to Ollie's, because I signed up with their reward program, they said I had $15 off next purchase. So,
what you got there? I can't see. It's too small. What is that?
It's
cake.
too small. Oh, you can't see it. It's my rib roast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the whole picture I see you on the
right.
screen is about a half-inch square on the cell phone.
That's
That's
huge.
all. I mean, this is the rib roast from the party. It's how long ago was that party? Rick always remembers.
A month ago almost.
And this is let's see if I get that. This is the strip steak that's been in the dry ager since the party. And I always tell everybody, this is the part that people are not eating that, which is raw fat. And ultimately, this is the most important part of the food we eat. Boy, that was a big iguana. Whoa.
That was a monitor lizard. That was a Komodo dragon is what that was.
And the kimono is like the true carnivore. Oh, you don't mess with that dude.
Those things are about 6 feet long.
Oh, and they'll eat like everything like a cow whole.
Mhm.
There was a movie years and years ago called The Freshman. And it starred Matthew Broderick. And it was a fabulous movie. And it had a Komodo dragon featured in that movie. Marlon Brando actually played a takeoff on The Godfather. That type of character in that movie. And Matthew Broderick was a college student. And he kind of got drafted by Marlon Brando to help him in some scams. And my favorite line of all time was in that movie, and it's something Matthew Broderick said. And it had to do, I'm trying to remember exactly how the line went. I hate to misquote it. It's, oh yes, he said, "There's something very freeing about being completely screwed." And I kind of adopted that as my mantra when I got completely screwed a number of years ago.
Up. We're already screwed up. And then we get screwed.
Yeah, we get screwed. Yeah.
It works. It's a turn of the crank. It's a little bit of it's either the stretching, what they called in ancient castles where they put you on the board.
Oh, the rack. Put you on the rack.
Right. Right. All right, who's leaving with us? All right, swing or true, because evolution or something. Awesome. We got
Nice hat, Gary.
I love
You too.
God, I wish I could make this thing bigger. Let me see if I turn it up this way, what happens.
and then you
Nothing. Maybe if I turn it up this way. A little bit bigger that way. It makes me tall, but I can see a bigger picture on my screen.
So, Rick, I took auto mechanic shop, metal shop, electric shop, wood shop, something else in there. I even took print shop in where we had to set type, and that was then like 2 years later. It's like, what is that? Actually, might have been a few more past that. So let's see. But it is critical for all of us to learn to do stuff, right? We don't know how to do stuff, and the kids today they don't know how to do stuff.
A lot of them don't get the opportunity. That's the other thing.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, think about it. When I was a kid, a lot of kids made money by mowing grass. That doesn't happen anymore. We got people from the third world to do that. There's every kind of regulation that prevents kids from selling stuff and doing work and whatever. So they're basically sheltered at home. Their parents take them everywhere. And if they want something, well, it depends on how much money their family has.
And you don't have to go anywhere to get it because you just type into this thing and it's delivered. And it's like, wow. Right?
That's right.
And
show me how to do it.
They're going to have drones and robots driving us around and delivering things to us.
They don't deliver to me.
Sam's Club. I got a delivery from Sam's Club this morning. And oh, by the way, a public service announcement here. I bought the Wright's bacon at Sam's Club was $16 and something for 4 pounds of it. I bought 2 of them, had them delivered this morning. $4 a pound for that bacon is a deal. I'm telling you.
I know that one time you said you looked at the Members Mark bacon had it, but every time I've bought it, it's got 0 carbs on the label. So that's good stuff. The one I bought said 1 carb, but that changes occasionally. You know what it is the labeling laws say if it's less than a half, you can call it 0. If it's more than a half, you got to call it 1. And it may be that every time they test it, it kind of runs right on the line above or below it. That's why it might switch from 1 gram or 0 grams. But that's, or they drop the sack of sugar in it accidentally and they have to.
It could be, but the Wrights, I like the Wrights better, and it's come down in price. It's one of the few things that have come down in price lately. Eggs have gotten relatively cheap, so bacon and eggs is still the cheapest meal you can eat on carnivore.
Yeah, hell.
Well, other than chicken thighs.
You buy a pork belly. I got a meat slicer now, so I might start buying pork belly.
Why would I buy bacon at $4 a pound when I can get the pork like half the price?
Well, because it's fabulous. It just tastes so good, that Wright's bacon. I love it.
Many Americans are afraid of pork because it has parasites. Mitch, you want to comment on that?
What, the parasites? Well,
pork has parasites. Be careful.
Well, that's way back in the ancient days. There's a reason why the Jewish people pork is banned. Because back in the days when they made those dietary laws, there probably was something in it that caused disease. But with today's production methods, I don't think you stand any more chance of getting sick from eating pork than you do from eating beef if it's fresh and it's handled right. Everything contains parasites. We contain parasites. We got trillions of parasites inside us. We call them microbiome, and we worship them.
We pay money for them. Billions
That's right.
of dollars.
We don't have enough of them. We have to buy them in a little supplement bottle and take them. So everything's got parasites in it. And we would be dead without parasites.
It's a big business opportunity selling parasite cleanse too.
Yeah, they get you coming and going, don't they?
What is a parasite cleanse? It's what's in it. Food for the parasites, actually. Plants.
And I don't buy any of these so-called cleanses whether it's an artery cleanse or a digestive cleanse, they put the name cleanse on it, and it just appeals to people. It's a great marketing word. It means you're dirty, but you can get clean in some way or other. And they're just, we just fall for that stuff.
I just buy soap and body wash.
Everything. How about, all the disinfectants we use?
I don't.
Well, you don't, and I don't, and I didn't when I was a kid. We played in the dirt, ate dirt. We didn't get sick. And what's happening these days, and this is well known, is parents, the helicopter moms, are hovering with the Lysol spray everywhere. Their kids never develop an immune system.
Well, how long does whatever you're using to be a disinfectant absolutely kill and prevent them from being there?
No.
They don't. When we do surgery, we use antiseptics all the time. People still get bacterial infections.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. And every time my grandchildren get sick, they give it to me. It takes me forever to get rid of it.
Mm.
Well,
Guys, I'm going to head out and get ready to go to my granddaughter's birthday party. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Have you here.
Be careful, Andrew.
Good to see you.
So the other part about pork is in ancient times, the animals likely lived within our confines. They were not free-range animals. And that probably produced a lot more of the problems. We were feeding it our food and feces, essentially.
Yep.
That's where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
And which contains more parasites, a plant or an animal, in its edible products? Plants.
I thought probably plants. Yeah, they're never. How thoroughly can you wash a plant?
You can't.
And
And
you don't cook a salad and they don't stop to go to the bathroom. They do it right there and then go right back to picking your lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
and lettuce is nature's toilet paper. So I always love the number of people that enjoy it, because what you're saying is basically you cannot get rid of the microbes. They're everywhere. You can sterilize your everything, but it's a tough one. Nicole White, Dr. K, I recommended the carnivore keto diet for fertility, but online it says for PCOS. Yes, it is. Plant-caused ovarian sickness is PCOS. What about for endo? Lactose intolerant? Would it be better to do Mediterranean or carnivore as long as I'm cutting refined carbs, processed foods, and sugar? Biggest concern is egg quality. Any jumpers on this one? Which is it, Mediterranean or carnivore for everything, including endo and infertility?
Carnivore.
Carnivore, Nicole, is one of the best things you can do in the world. I've seen so many people. It's fatty meat carnivore. And that's why I always emphasize, I know it's like, how can you eat that much fat? Well,
Mitch has a testosterone of 1,000 and at 78. So
I bet mine's close to zero.
Yeah, it's absurd. It's absurd.
Men and women are their hormones are affected by the diet. They don't have unbalanced hormones. They have damaged ovaries and testicles. That's the problem. And
how much do you think phytosterols has to do with?
Well, the phytoestrogens, androgens, and progestins, and the phytogoitrogens are remember, the plants make everything we make. It's just a different product. And so the plants are essentially the abortion pill and the birth control pill. And then the microbes love you because you eat a plant protein centric diet, which proteins and sugars are fermentable. The microbes crawl out the rectum anus in women, into the vagina, cervix, uterus, tubes, and ovaries, and cause endometriosis, endometritis. And in men, it goes into the penis, bladder, prostate, seminal vesicles, and everything. And so, the simplicity of the story is plant caused everything is our biggest problem. The difficulty is predicting who's going to get what when. And that's always the difficulty.
Possible.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We got
the plant sterols, what you call phyto whatever. Phyto means it comes from a plant.
Mm-hmm.
The phytosterols is the plant's version of our cholesterol. Cholesterol. They're sterols. The molecules, and from what I've read, now I've never seen them with my own eyes. Nobody has. It's too small. But the theory is that the molecular structure of cholesterol and the molecular structure of a plant sterol are so similar but not the same that the human body, if it's short on animal sterols, it will substitute these plant sterols in place. And since our cell membranes are all built of these sterols, what happens to our skin cells, if we're vegans and vegetarians, is we basically turn our cell walls into the same as a plant cell wall, a cell wall which is designed for photosynthesis and does not absorb sunlight the same way that an animal sterol does, which is why when you're a carnivore, after a while, maybe a year or two, you will notice you don't sunburn anymore. And I believe that. I think that's very, very, very true and a very valid point. You're turning yourself into a plant if you eat plants in so many areas. How about that?
We make it too complicated because everything you eat must be broken down to simple components and digested. And plant chemicals can be harmful for us because animal fat, the animal fat here, like the animal fat is a complete cellular structure, and plant oils are not cellular structures, they're chemistry. And that chemistry, it damages the cellular structure. That's its bigger problem. I think it mostly damages, here we go, what's the word or the phrase? Post-translational modification.
Modification, yes.
Is the big problem.
Words to live by.
Right. And so again, we make a complicated story out of all of it, but it's simple. Everything you eat is broken down into its amino acid components and also its simple sugars. The animal fat is a very different molecule than a plant sterol, which contains other chemicals in it. Remember, the chemists show you the molecular structure, and then they make a claim of what it's going to do. But in order to make a cell wall, that's all part of post-translational modification. And it's not like, oh, here's a plant sterol, we're going to put it in there. I don't think that's what happens. I think we're just poisoned by plants and the scientism of complexity. Professor, that's my part of it is chemistry, is like dissolves like, and the plant oils are not the same as animal fat at all.
Well, they've made a whole culture out of this thing they call essential oils. They have multi-level marketing programs where the women are running around selling all of these, quote, essential oils. And there are no plant oils, no such thing in these essential oils. They're all no animal oils. They're all plant materials. They claim amazing health benefits of some of these things.
Yeah,
Where do they get this? Where do they get this? The proof for this? I don't know.
Where's
Marketing, great marketing, great
where's
marketing.
the science of the vitamins? Is it hard, truthful science? Because no animal eats vitamins or minerals in isolation. And so the question is, what's in these minerals and vitamins that they're selling us?
Well, I do supplement a little bit, and the theory behind that is that it used to be in the meat and foods we ate, but because of our ranching and farming methods and things, and what the animals are eating instead of grazing like they used to on sustainable type, with the cow manure all over the place, the foods themselves might be short on, and electrolytes seem to be the ones that most people find themselves short of. So I think there are some valid reasons.
No, that's our valid story. But the FDA disclaimer on all supplements says what?
They haven't been tested.
And you cannot
Can't
claim
treat disease.
treating disease.
Yeah.
So ultimately, this is the biggest scam in the world.
Oh, I believe it. But I'm still glad I can get my magnesium, potassium, and salt to be able to get those elements that we do need.
Well, but again, nature didn't separate these things and say, hey, here's this and this and this. Nature made salt.
Well, that's an interesting point. I've seen a couple of comments lately where people have said, I stopped buying electrolytes. I just eat more salt. And that seems to do the trick because they're all salts. They're all salts anyway. So I guess if you get a good mineral salt, if you get a good that was mined from some ancient unpolluted place, you probably will get, if you eat enough of it, you'll probably get enough magnesium, and there's plenty of potassium in meat. You shouldn't have a problem with potassium. All I know is if I stop taking my supplements, I will get horrific leg cramps at night. And when I take the supplement, the electrolytes, I don't get the leg cramps. So that's my only N of one experiment saying, well, it must be doing something. It has fixed a problem.
Professor.
You've seen me eat.
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
Rick. So what is placebo and nocebo? What are those terms mean?
Well, you know what that is. Placebo is the effect when you do something you think is going to help you, and then you end up feeling better. It doesn't have any physical reason, but I guess it's a mental reason. It's that whole mind over matter thing.
Wow. They're launching a rocket right now as we speak. I hear the roar or the rumble of the rocket, which meant they launched it up here at Cape Canaveral. I get the roar, I get the rumble 4 minutes after the actual launch. So yeah, so I just heard that.
It was a boat going by.
A boat, yeah. Well, no. This was a rocket. This was a rocket ship. Elon Musk is at it again.
You sure it was launched there? Or hopefully not Iran.
No. Where it's going.
We get. It used to be we'd have a launch every 6 months, 3 months. Now we get 2-3 launches every day at a Cape. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Let's see. Lions Danivore podcast having a veteran show Thursday night. Check it out, vets, and please come by. We got that shouted out.
I have a statement that I've always wondered. I'm one of the very, very few people that doesn't use salt hardly at all. And you've seen me eat, and I don't use salt. And I've never had the cramps, the leg cramps or anything else. And so I guess it's different for everybody. I don't drink electrolytes. All I drink is water. And I eat meat. And I eat yogurt. And I eat some cheese. That's my diet, eggs.
Iguana blood has all the electrolytes you need.
Well, that's probably it, Rick. Probably it. Either that or you're not like any other human. You're a whole different species, maybe. I don't know.
Well, let's get back to raw meat is different than cooked meat. And the fatty raw meat is the best of anything. And most people cook it, which damage the molecular structure of the cells plus the contents of the cells that we're all claiming have immense health benefits. And so, is a dry aged raw meat healthy or harmful? Or I don't know.
Is rare less damaged than well done?
I think rare is less damage, but it's not non-damage. The problem.
Well done is inedible.
Well, people are still eating it, and somehow they're managing to live.
Well, living. I mean, a lot of people live with diseases a long time, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing pretty good, and I eat rare meat. I don't like well done meat, and I don't care what anybody says. I tried eating raw meat and tried eating raw fat, and I gagged. I'm sorry, so you got to eat what you can tolerate.
You just got to tough it up, Mitch. No, I'm just
No, I'm sorry.
Kiltz, you turned me on to black and blue.
Yeah, I like black and blue, but I like the meat to be a little bit warm in the center, at least.
You don't like to waste your food after you've already ate it.
It doesn't bother me.
Every society since the dawn of time leverages narrative control, enrich those in power. It's baked into our species at this point, although it never should have been. Well, it is, because that's who we are. But all the things: eat meat, drink water, and go fix something. Right, Rick? Build something.
That's my life.
Yeah.
Open and buy. Don't say the other F word.
I don't do that. That's the problem. Somehow I survive without it.
Smoked salt, Amy, is dehydrated pork belly slices, and the pork belly, and you dry age it yourself, you season it yourself. Those are all things that we can do, Rick.
Yep, easily. I don't mind doing stuff myself. I don't understand the whole convenience thing. People tell me how convenient it is to go pick up something from some restaurant. It's more convenient for me to walk over to my refrigerator. And like you said, I've eaten stuff raw when I'm in a hurry. I don't care. What's wrong with having a raw steak? It's faster than going to a fast food place and having to eat duck food.
Let's see. Sigrid Toms, 4282 from Germany. Awesome. Carnivores in Germany, all around the world. That's the beauty of it. And
the silence can be broken. Stephanie. How's my audio? Does my audio sound good? I'm just talking to myself over here.
Sounds
who's
fine
talking?
to me.
Someone talking? Can we hear someone talking? I know who's talking. We got you. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. You know what? I have a tablet. Why don't I next time? I'll use my tablet, and then the picture will be much bigger than this little cell phone, and I'll be able to see what's going on.
I'm surprised you can't cast your phone to your TV.
Well, I probably could, but because StreamYard is on, it might send the audio to somewhere where you're just going to feed back, and I don't want to take the chance of screwing up my friend Rob Kiltz's live stream quality. Don't want, wouldn't dare do that.
How do you chew? I can't chew on raw fat. How do you chew raw fat?
Like chewing gum.
It's like chewing gum. You just take it, you cut it, and let's say I think you put it in your mouth.
That helps.
And then somehow when you put something in the mouth, in general, the jaws move, or you gag and spit it out.
Swallow it whole if you have to.
Or you just let it sit in there and
Let your stomach acid take care of it.
it's quick and easy. I mean, has anyone ever seen meat in the toilet?
No.
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 No, but I tell you, I ate some mushrooms the other day, and I swear there was and I don't want to get TMI, but there was a whole mushroom floating in the damn toilet water. Literally. I videoed it, and then I deleted it. But
mushrooms contain a fair amount of toxins.
Oh, yeah.
And where's that 18 pounds of undigested red meat that all of us supposedly have rotting in our colon? Where is it? Where has anybody ever seen that? It's absurd. The narratives they come up with are
if
absurd.
we had that,
absurd.
we would all smell like dead animals.
Yeah, I mean, God, can you imagine? And that's why I'm I love. That's why I love Lee Copus's channel, Kent Carnivore, because here you got a guy that has no colon anymore, thanks to the plants he ate earlier in life.
And the doctors,
and wears a bag.
And the doctors who basically set up, all we can do for you is take your colon out.
Yeah, yeah. And now he's got an ostomy bag, and when his small intestine is done, whatever's left over, it gets dumped in the bag. And if he were to eat a bunch of mixed vegetables, eventually he would look in the bag and he'd see nuggets of corn and peas and all that stuff. But he's never seen any meat in the bag. That's the beautiful thing. Never has there ever been any meat in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
How does that square with their narrative of all that rotting dead meat in your colon? Absurd. And people believe it.
Well,
like
my dad believed it.
The guest that I didn't mean to interrupt, Mitch, but the guest that Kiltz had the other morning, I mean, she was great, but man, there was some hole there. I could just pick apart several different holes on. She was still on the fiber paradigm. She was still on meats bad for your digestion, and all that shit. So
this was the POTS doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I came on. I was traveling. And you know, these are we sometimes we want to bring everyone, like give everyone a chance, and but again, Occam Razor says simplicity is the one. How thick is your cookbook, Mitch?
I don't have a cookbook.
Rick, how thick is the cookbook that you go to and reference every day to figure out how to cook, make your meal?
Well, the only thing I got to do is make sure I have enough gas or enough wood, and that's it. Start cooking.
Gary, are you prefer to have your corn raw or roasted?
Not at all.
Or I mean, carnivore meals.
Yeah, you need meat. It's so simple. I make recipe videos. It's a joke that you even call them recipe videos. That the one that I made about the chuck roast, it had 200 and something thousand views. And all I did was I took a slow cooker, I dumped a piece of chuck in it and put a lid on it and cooked it all day. That was the recipe. Who would need to write something like that down in a cookbook? Crazy.
Yeah. We have a new carnivore cookbook coming out, and I'm like, why? I don't know why we're doing this. Why are we doing this? Why? You know, it's sort of like, what's the fire source, right? And what's that you're going to put it in the fire if you're going to choose to do that. But my method of cooking is my. Do you have a dry ager, Mitch, or something to?
No, I don't because I don't. I put it. Occasionally, I put a ribeye or something in the fridge, up on a rack, and salt it and let it go in there for 2 or 3 days. But I don't have a dedicated dry ager.
I have one in upstate New York. I use my refrigerator. Same, just do it that way.
Kiltz, I have a novelty product idea for your business. Fasting cookbook. and have the pages blank.
That's perfect. I had a delivery this morning from Sam's Club, right? So this fabulously wonderful, nice black girl came, and she's wearing a Calvin Klein t-shirt. And I went outside to make sure she finds the right house. And she sees that I'm moving a little, stroke-like. And can I take this inside for you? She said. Yeah, you can. And we walk into my house, and the first thing, because I'm dehydrating this bacon that hits you, is fabulous smell bacon. I said, doesn't that smell good? And she looks at it, and here she's delivering me 4 pounds more bacon. And we start talking, and she says, oh, I love that stuff, but aren't you worried about it being bad for you? Well, that got me started. That got me started because they all subscribe to the narrative. They were brought up with it. I said, as a matter of fact, I got a carnivore YouTube channel. Oh, she said, I love YouTube. What's your channel name? Her name is Adrian. Yeah, I'm going to watch. And I said to her, that's all I eat is meat. I eat nothing but meat. Look at what you just delivered to me. I said, I'm almost 80 years old. She goes, nah. I said, yeah. Healthy as hell. But this just goes to show you that everybody is programmed with all that narrative that we've been bombarded with for the past 60, 70 years. And we can change minds one at a time if they see proof of it. So I think maybe today I maybe did her a little good. She was a little overweight, but the sweetest, nicest young lady. It was a pleasure. Made my morning when she came.
Hey, Mitch, should I be concerned? I've only been eating meat for almost 2 years now. And I used to wear a 5X t-shirt. Now I got this Kiltz XL shirt.
Oh, my Lord.
Am I getting right nutrition?
we might put a warning label on all meat products like they do in cigarettes, and we also say, warning, meat may cause body shrinkage.
Not always.
Well, may reduce your survival in a famine.
And
In a famine. Well, that's true.
Enlargement.
That's true.
Body shrinkage. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, well, watch out for that shrinkage, man.
Yeah. Amazon Fresh in Northeast, is that it? Has Applewood smoked, 0 carbs on sale at some point every month for $1.52 a pound. How's that?
Holy cow.
It's a good one. Reduced shelf life. I just freeze. And what is a liver cleanse? Is that blank page again? How to cleanse?
Yeah, liver cleanse.
Is don't eat for a week.
I like the ones that say artery cleanse. Artery cleanse. Clean your arteries out completely. Remove all plaque in 30 days.
Yeah.
And people pay big bucks for that stuff. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I cleanse my arteries with blood.
That reminds me of when you clean the drain pipes and then they start leaking. Because once you've taken all the rust and garbage away, all you're left with is a hole.
Yeah, probably true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, it's after 11, and I've got to move on the rest of my day.
Welding time for me.
Great live. We're going to go work in the garden and work on the cars. Let's see. Oh, do I know how to work on like a modern car anymore?
Good luck with that.
If you got a computer, you can plug into it. You can, yeah. But you need that computerized thing to plug in.
I'm going to start welding.
Well, we're protection. Don't kill yourself.
All right.
No.
Thank you.
Been great fun. It's been great fun, man. Always love getting together with you guys.
Rick, Gary, CB, Rick, and Mitch, you guys are amazing. Thank you, everyone. I think I'm on tomorrow morning. It's at the usual time ceremony of 6 a.m. with Ali and Dr. Nelson. Blessed day, all my brothers and sisters. Take care.
Bye.
Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.